This year, I want to visit 20 countries. I want to build a skyscraper. I want to read 50 books. I want to write 100 books. I want to do plenty of things. Now, those are goal setting for adults, but it's not always the same with teenagers. In fact, many times, teenagers find it very difficult to really have a way of capturing their year, to really plan their year. Now, goal setting is not something that is just for adults. I want you to know as a teenager that goal setting is also for you. You need to plan your year and know the things you want to achieve for the year, because those are the things that will guide you as you go through the 12 months of the year. Now, having worked with teenagers for a couple of years now, I know some of this problem, and I've also helped them navigate their way around it. I often ask my teenagers to go write things that they want to achieve for the year and bring, so we could scrutinize it together and look at it. Now, I did that this year too, and some of the results I saw were actually funny, but I had to still guide them on how exactly to go about planning their year. And that's why I'm doing this video. In this video, I want to share with you how you could plan your year, or areas of life you could plan your year around. Now I'm going to just mention 3, and probably this next video will go ahead to mention a lot more. And if you also have some points, you could leave it in the comment section. Today we're talking about goal setting for teenagers. Now, what areas of life can a teenager actually set goals on? Now, the first and most important area to set goals on is your spiritual life. Very important, yes. Now, I'm not saying you should be religious or form pious. I'm only saying you should plan your spiritual life. How do you want your spiritual life to be like? How do you want your walk with God to be like? Do you want to be more in tune with God? Do you want to be more intentional with your relationship with God? I'm not talking about going to church or giving offering and sowing seed and all of that. I'm talking about having a consciousness of God, Holy Spirit in your life 24/7. Now, the next thing is your academics. Very important. In your academics, you need to set goals of probably the grade or the position you want to take. If you're in secondary school, if you're in high school, if you're in high institution, you could talk about the grade, the result you want to make at the end of the semester. So that helps you to know, okay, I want to make first class, or I want to make 3 CGP, or I want to make 4 points, or I want to come first in my class, depending on what level you are at the moment. Now, when you've set those goals, it now begins to propel you to take action. You can also set goals around the subjects that you want to improve in. Now, it doesn't have to be all the subjects. You could just pick 1 or 2 or 3 subjects that you know you are not very bright in and you need to put in more effort in, especially if there are subjects that are consequential for your future, for your career. So you could just pick out those subjects and courses and give them more attention and say, okay, I want to make progress in this course, in this subject. Then you begin to draft your timetable, your study timetable based on those subjects. You make those subjects reflect more in your reading timetable. You make more plans on how to, have one-on-one with the teachers or lecturers, if it's possible, to put you through more. You get the textbooks of those courses first. You just be more out in doing better in those subjects. That way, at the end of the day, you're going to see yourself improving in those areas. Now, the next area of your life that you need to plan around is your character development. Now, as teenagers, growing up, as soon as you become a teenager, there are some things that you really feel are weird about you. There are things going on in you that you really don't understand. You don't understand your mood swing. You don't understand why you are suddenly angry with everybody in the house. You don't understand why you are always not at peace with people around. You don't understand why you are always angry with your parents and all of that. Now, some of those are actually things that are happening in us. They are your chemicals, the chemicals in your body reacting, but you have to also step up and act beyond those chemical reactions inside you as a growing person. Now you have to plan, how do I want to develop my character? Are there things about me that I need to work on? Are there habits I need to drop? Are there habits I need to pick? For instance, do I make my bed when I leave the bed? Do I sweep my house? Do I leave the plate after eating so that my parents now shout at me before I pick them out? Do I do my laundry, or do I just stack my clothes and they are smelly for months and for weeks? You know, you just look at your character, things that you do repeatedly that are destroying your life, so you could just work on those. Now, if you plan your year around these 3 areas, if it's just these 3 areas that you plan your year around, I'm sure your life is not going to be the same. There's going to be a lot of improvement, and you'll be a better person by the end of 2022. So that's it on this video. In my next video, we'll also talk about more and more areas of your life that you could plan around. Thank you so much for staying to the end of this video. Share, subscribe, and like. Thank you so much.